indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I just have a couple things I'd like to mention. Really some thank yous, both to the library staff and to the fire department and city staff that were involved in helping the warming shelter last week during that really cold spell to make sure we had people that were safe and warm. So thank you to everybody. And also during the other sort of small emergency we had last week when the power went out in the west end, city staff, city manager stepped in, and along with the police department and emergency management from the county, and the East End rec folks were opening up and making sure that we had safe places for these people to go. So thank you to all of them. Also want to mention that Senator Amy Klobuchar's staff will be here in Winona on Wednesday, February 6th from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock here in the council chambers, discussing, I think, the high cost of prescription drugs. So the public's invited to that. Senator Klobuchar will not be there, but her staff will. And then lastly, just want to mention the Historical Society, the History Center, is having an open house on Sunday from 12 to 4, free admission day, and lots of activities and things going on. It's always a fun time, and I want to make sure the public knows that they're welcome to come to that. So with that, I'll see if the city manager has anything he'd like to mention.
Your Honor, you mentioned the library staff and the fire department and their efforts to help folks who needed to stay warm. And I want to pass along my thanks as well. And Lydia and Patrick for going down and opening up East Rec, even though it wasn't used. It's always it's an unfortunate situation. Of course, we don't want them to happen, but it's nice to have a plan and to be able to put those into play fairly seamlessly when we have an event like that. Although I will say that the way we got the word out was very haphazard. A lot of there's social media. I think the Natural Resources Sustainability Twitter feed and Facebook might have gotten more hits than some of the other sites. It's just, you know, we pick up on what other people have and just rebroadcast it. So we want to come up with a better system than the way that it's being done right now. Thank you.
All right. Roll call.
Mayor Peterson.
Here.
Councilman Thurley.
Here.
Moeller.
Here.
Alexander. Here. Iden.
Here.
Borzakowski.
Here.
Scholmeyer. Under the petitions, requests, and communications, item 3.1 is the docking request from the American Queen Steamboat Company for 2019 and 2020.
Move to approve that request.
Second. Motion by Michelle, seconded by Al. Very pleased to see that the steamboat's coming back in a pretty big way in 2020. That hasn't happened accidentally. There's been some good work done trying to convince them to get back here to Winona and spend some time. So hopefully it's the start of a trend. Any other comments or questions? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Under new business, item 5.1 is a resolution of support for the Twin Cities Milwaukee-Chicago second train.
Move to approve that request.
Second. Motion by Michelle, seconded by Eileen. And unfortunately, Councilman Scholmeyer is not here tonight to give us an update, but perhaps he could do some of that at the next meeting. But this is a great project, and we've talked about this in the past. So, any comments or questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Item 5.2 is the airport state grant and zoning update for the Winona Municipal Airport.
I make a motion to adopt the attached resolution.
Second. Motion by Michelle, seconded by Al. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Item 5.3 is the Community Solar Garden revised contracts.
Make a motion to execute the contract, assuming staff are satisfied with the negotiations. I'd second that.
Okay, a motion by Michelle, seconded by Pam. Any further discussion? John?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I do want to give you an update on where we stand. So we are working through getting the contracts finalized. There was an issue with one of the solar gardens that we were going to subscribe to. That one was canceled, and so we're moving some of our contracts to another farm, solar farm that's being built. So that's led to some shifting. And also, since we signed those contracts, there are a number of meters, electrical meters that come online in the city to incorporate those into the contracts as well. And one item that we still need to resolve, and we're getting close, is terminating the contract for that farm. That's not happening. But after that step is, I feel pretty confident that we'll have everything in order.
Michelle?
And you're happy because I think what I read in here is it sounds like we don't get as many kilowatt hours as we had originally
Yes,
contracted for?
That is correct. We are getting just over half of what we were originally slotted to get. There is the potential that we could pick up some more capacity from other entities. For example, like the school district and county both were 100% subscribed, and then they're both downsizing their buildings. There might be some slack we could pick up and add to our to get back to where we were. But I think it still makes sense to go forward with what we have here.
That's what I was going to ask. I was pretty sure you wouldn't be bringing this forward if you weren't certain that this was still going to be a benefit at the current kilowatt hours.
Yep.
Okay, assuming we don't get extras. Okay.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item 5.4 is the AFSCME contract for 2019 and 2020.
Move to approve the attached resolution authorizing passage of the contracts.
Second.
Motion by George, seconded by Michelle. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Item 5.5 is the LELS police officers contract for 2019 and 2020.
Make a motion to approve the attached resolution.
Second.
Motion by Michelle, seconded by Eileen. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Item 5.6 is the Winona Professional Employees Association 2019 and 2020 agreement.
Make a motion to approve the attached resolution.
Second. Motion by Michelle, seconded by Al. Any discussion? George?
Yes, could we come up with a little better group of acronyms than COWP?
Calpia.
No,
Calpia.
COWPIA.
I think it was their choice, so.
Okay, all right, so.
Get it right, George. Calpia.
It's been brought up before.
All right, anything else? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Item 7.1 is council concerns.
We'll start with Al.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Eileen?
I just wanted to thank the students of Winona State and St. Mary's who were at the show at Island City on Saturday. It was totally packed, and everyone was really well behaved. It was awesome. It was a great show. I couldn't take the crowd, but they handled themselves really well, and it was really exciting to see them all out there and enjoying the community. So,
Good.
thanks, students.
Michelle?
I just want to mirror both of your comments. When the power went out, I thankfully had family in abundance that I could go to, but on Facebook, beyond what the city and county did, I think there were floods of people offering people in that neighborhood places to stay. There were multiple people at my brother's house with family when we realized the power in a section of the west end wasn't going to be turned on until 4 a.m. and you realized you couldn't go home with kids and dogs. I mean, it was pretty amazing. It makes me very proud to be from this town because that's the kind of behavior you want to see, is neighbors helping neighbors with very little thought to what it means to invite a stranger into your home with 2 dogs and 3 cats and kids and whatever that is. I mean, but that was what happened in Winona, and that was pretty impressive. Beyond what the city did, it was just pretty impressive. So thank you for that.
Okay. Pam?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
George?
Keep warm this weekend. It's coming again.
George.
All right.
Thank you.
Next item.
And under the consent agenda, there are 2 items. Approval of the minutes from January 22nd and the adoption of an ordinance to vacate a portion of Chestnut Street.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Al, seconded by Michelle. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Mayor, I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion to adjourn and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.